higher. Here's Bailey. Counted from distance. Bailey's got 5.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset, but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
Here's Hachimura. And there's another one for the Lakers.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Reddish. Simons with a rebound. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. And there's the drive. Yep, that one goes. Simons has got his second bucket on the night.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
6 on the shot clock. Doncic, no good. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Sharp. Back to Simons. It's Sharp on the wing. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Inside. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Reddish. They get the rebound. And here's Johnson. There's the 3. And Luka Doncic good for 3. He's got 5.
Stretching his range as far as it will go, Doncic is so impressive.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. Here's Simons doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Johnson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Ooh, poked away. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Launches a 3. And Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got 8.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And Reddish, here we go.
And that's some athleticism on display as Cam Reddish gets to the rim.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Well, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Back to Reddish. Pass to Doncic. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like... Get out of the way!
Wow! Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Second team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the first. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
To the paint. Here's Wolf. And a strong finish with two hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Simons. He's off on the layup. Now Doncic. From deep. No good there. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Los Angeles. Absolutely carrying the...
The Trail Blazers, 17.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Simon's shot is good.
Finding a way through. Contact comes Simon's way, and he just avoids it.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams changing it up here. Los Angeles leading by 4. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Henderson with it. Now Vanderbilt defends. Shots good by Henderson. Henderson's gotten his first bucket of the night.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Blocked! Left side Thibault. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's James. Doesn't go for him. Hey, great D that time from Grant. And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the second overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Murray drives in, and Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Portland trailing here. Now here's Henderson. And he hits it to tie the game. Henderson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Love the intensity from Henderson. He really gave the inside defense all they could handle.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Pass to Hayes. Out to James. 5 to shoot. To end the drought. Then slam dunk by James.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And here's Portland. They're on a 12-4 run. Henderson outside. Grant outside. The three-pointer off the mark. The Lakers trail. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hey, shot's good. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
The three is up. And it's Thibault missing. And it's the Lakers ball. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Murray for three. Avdia pulls it in.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. Here's Henderson. And there's the rejection. Over to the left wing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Lakers ball.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Heading to the court, the Laker girls. Let's make some noise. You've asked for it. Here they are. The Laker Girls dance team. Enjoy.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Pass to Johnson. Here's Wolf. Doncic on the wing. And it's rejected. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon.
Lakers ball.
And Doncic launches from deep.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
And the shot goes down.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle could be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Johnson with a bucket.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Outside for Grant. Here's the three. Pass to Henderson. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Outside Johnson. "26 seconds left in the second quarter. And denied. He sent it right off the glass. Henderson left side. He can't get that one to fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Lakers on top. They're up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
32.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Thybulle on the wing. Three-pointer. Pass to Avdia. Thybulle with it. From downtown. It's hauled in by Wolf. And it's Hachimura on the drive. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Hachimura's got his third basket on the night right there. Henderson left side. Into the lane. Shot clock at 6. Thybulle on the wing. Off the outside. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Wolf.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Doncic outside. Down low. Wolf, good. And it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
And they've got all the confidence in the world letting Luka run the pick and roll. Just a top-notch decision maker.
Grant, left side. It's Avdia on the wing. Pass to Thybulle. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. Thybulle's got 8.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Count it. Good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Reddish. And throws it down on the coast-to-coast drive.
There are these moments where Reddish can do it all himself, a two-way threat, taking pleasure in putting his stamp on those kind of sequences.
Outside for Grant. Pass to Avdia. Takes the 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Doncic, right side. In the paint, Luka!
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That'll be a second foul of the game for the Trailblazers.
Substitution on court.
Simons outside. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
Well, Simon's known for a guy who can really get it going from behind the line, and he can do some damage. He's got length and vertical ability from there.
Here he goes.
Get up to throw down.
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara, he'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, will it ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick? He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Right side Johnson. Oh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Blocked! Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Substitution on the court.
On the wing, Murray. Yet to see a basket. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Jamal Murray sort of carrying the flag for Canada and all the great players who have infiltrated the league over the past couple seasons. He is a bucket getter.
Again, the miss by Portland. The Lakers lead by 5. The shot's good on the assist by James.
Yeah, there's a feeling sometimes, even at 6'3", when Murray gets to the interior, he plays a bit bigger.
To the wing on the left. Here's Bailey. 11 points in the game. No good with the triple. James, right side. Vanderbilt with a screen. James with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. And it's good. 2 points. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And here's Simons outside. Vanderbilt pulls it in. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
The shot by James, no good. And stolen by Hayes. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Time right now for your Lakers record. Let me hear you.
With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Looking to run with. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So it's Los Angeles now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. And he drives in. Murray's shot is good.
He's got a confident shot going right now as Jamal's stepping into that 3-ball.
And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Portland now. Here's Bailey. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Vanderbilt.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, B.A.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Wolf. Here's Reddish. He's covered by Simons. 4 on the clock. Here's Wolf. And he jams it home with authority.
Reddish, not just a scorer, also good at realizing when to dish.
And you watch Shaedon Sharpe, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Bailey. Blazers trail by 10. Left side Sharpe. Launches it. Drops in the 3. Sharpe's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you see right there the practice time Sharpe's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career. Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Bailey. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Out to Hachimura. Stolen by Sharpe. Simons outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
And B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
A strong finish by Doncic.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his 3rd foul so far.
His 3rd personal foul. The 4th team foul.
Simons with it. Pass to Bailey. Henderson for 3. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
There's something Henderson is still working on. Getting his 3-point shot to be a little more consistent.
And Doncic hammers it home.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Pass to Bailey. Henderson for 3. Henderson with another miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
They get it back. Now here's Reddish. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. Misses the 3. Blazers trail by 12. Here's Henderson. Uneasy 2 on the layup.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
The 3 is up. Doncic counted.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Wolf. The 3. Here's Doncic. Pass to Wolf. Tries again. That shot off the mark.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Here's Sharpe. It's hauled in by Wolf. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Blazers trail by 10. Here's Bailey. It's Sharp on the wing. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Lakers.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Luka Doncic.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Takes a 3. Portland with a rebound. Right wing.
Ace Bailey. The assist from Henderson.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
That's good from Doncic. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a